Hello, hi, this is Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and I'm in my car. I'm at pickup, and it's Friday. Hey, it's Friday. Remember I used to do these videos in the car, and I was so excited because I was like, oh, this is another way to squeeze in a video, and I was real excited, and next thing you know, we had a worldwide pandemic, and my kids were home, so I couldn't really, I guess I could have gone the dry way, but that would have been kind of weird. So here I am, I'm at pickup. We're having like really unseasonably warm weather, like short sleeves, no jacket, flip-flops. What? No, I'm supposed to be in a sweater, drinking tea. So as much as I enjoy the warmth, I am definitely, I'm really concerned because it's warm. It's like maybe about 76 degrees, which is lots. That's just crazy. But then, before I get to going, tomorrow it's going to only be like in the maybe mid 50s. So we're going to get back to what it's supposed to be here. But it's just so strange. Like, I'm not sure how to dress, and that's just a whole another thing, I'm like, oh boy, and it's funny because I don't put ice in my water that often in the wintertime. I just drink it, cold water, but not iced water. But the last few days it's been warm, so what's going in here is ice. So I've been definitely enjoying some cold water today and in the last few days. I'm gonna keep looking like a crazy lady, peeking to see when they come out to make sure I'm ready. But okay, let's talk books. So I'm okay. I started listening. My friend Tara, who watches the video, hi Tara, she and I agree that the audiobook for this is not the most exciting. And I don't mind my nails, they aren't painted yet. I'm going to paint them today. I started listening to it, and I know that this information is fact. There's a lot of facts in it, but it's a story. And I feel like the narrator is very monotone. So it's really creating like a, So I quit that and I'm reading it myself. I thought it would be, nice to have somebody read along with me, but no, I'm not. I'm about here. So I have slowed down a little bit, but I'm definitely going to finish it before the end of the month. It's just a lot of information, and I'm flagging everything. And yeah, my husband's teasing me on that. So, what are you going to do? It's the way that I read. I do flag things, and sometimes I write in books. I just like it because later on when I do my reviews, I might be able to go ahead and put, some of the quotes or things or facts that I have in my book journal. Speaking of my book journal, so it's the hustle time, okay? We are in October, almost the end of October, and your girl has not filled in a lot of the blanks. I have a lot, but there's still a lot that has to get attended to. So this is what I'm thinking of doing. For the ones that are farthest away from this current date, I think that I'll go back. I know if I liked a book or I didn't like a book in general information, but what I think I could do is I could put quotes from the book, other information, maybe author information, something to keep it interesting because they're already in the book. So what I do is I kind of commit. I kind of commit to some books. Sometimes this has worked against me, and I didn't read the book, and then I have to force myself to read it, or I have to figure out what to do with those pages. But I go ahead and I do a initial layout with it, with the title and everything. So it's committed. Once it's committed to paper like that, it doesn't matter. Like, I will have a page usually that I put like my TBR. If I'm talking too loud, I'm so sorry because I'm in the car, so I don't know about my volume. But I'll put a TBR like at the beginning of the month. And I don't mind if I don't read, which I know it's just a suggestion for me. It's really what it should be called, a suggestion list of possibilities. If I don't read them, it's okay to me. I feel like I'm all right. I can, whatever I read. But when I actually commit usually it's a 2-page spread for a book review, I got to do something. So I have a bunch of those that I got to go back and do. I have been chugging away with it, but it's like, I don't want to be at the end of November like in this situation. I want to get, because I'm obviously reading more books, so it's not like it's a list that's smaller. It's continuing to grow as I, leave the other ones unanswered. So I'm going to go and try to do some more of those this weekend. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do, is maybe put some quotes through some of them. Some of them won't get the attention that books like the books that I read last month. I think a lot of them, I started doing them right after I read them. And so they're just much better reviews. But I'm trying not to be hard on myself. It isn't a class, it isn't a job. It's just something that I want to be able to look back at, that I documented that experience with that book. And I think that's what's important to me. So that said, back to my reading. I am loving this one. This is really good. This is the Dead Girls, a Harlem Renaissance mystery by Nikisa Afia. I'm very much loving it. I have about that much more to go. So I'm in a good place. It's not that much to go in the book. I think I'm in 193 and there's a little over 300 pages. So yeah, I'm definitely, I've started reading a little more in the day. This was my night book, and I've been falling asleep in the midst of reading so fast, like really fast. So I was like chugging, but it's really, the story's picked up and I'm really enjoying that. Amnesty I don't have with me because I didn't feel like lugging all these darn books to pick up. But I don't know what's going to happen with Amnesty. I had started it. It wasn't grabbing me. But then I was like, sometimes it's like that. In some books, I have to really be patient. And I really want to read that one. And I really would, ideally, I'd love to, read a book set in Australia. I'm trying to remember if I've read anything before set in that area, but I don't think so. So that's another draw to me. So I am going to try to get to it. I probably won't get to it. I don't know if I'm going to get to it this month. I shouldn't even say anything about it. I have not gone any further. The other thing that I had is this one, which is the book that my son, can you see it? Oh, there's a glare there. Wait, no, there. With the cute cover. This is the one that my son, yeah, the one I told you about that he wanted to get rid of, and I thought it was so cute. I'm enjoying this one. It's really cute. I am about, when I came to bring it here with me, the bookmark fell out. So I think I am about 200 pages into it. So I only have this much to go, just a little bit. So it's not much. So I should definitely finish this one by the end of the month. So I'm definitely digging these 3 for the month that I'll definitely have done. I will see. Life gets in the way. Whenever I think things are going to be going smooth, it doesn't always happen that way. So I am, chugging along at them, and I am enjoying the books. And I usually don't read 3 at the same time, but they're so different. This one definitely needs, oh my God, I just pulled my bookmark out of my other book. Okay. This one, definitely needs a little fillers in it. It's heavier content. And this is the thing, like, I'm starting to put my list together for Nonfiction November. And I'm debating, because I'm still doing the fall into reading bingo, and I'm trying to work it so that I can read some Nonfiction November that can go onto my bingo card and, fulfill 2 challenges, right? But I just don't know how that's going to be. Uh-oh, is that something on the phone? Okay. Don't mind me. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. But here's my thing. I tend to read heavy books. Have y'all noticed that? Like, when I do read nonfiction, I do have some light ones, but in general, I tend to read a lot because I am on a personal journey to learn more about history in this country, especially as it pertains to Black people. And I feel like I have to hurry up and catch up, right? And so those are some of the type of books that I will tend to read for that are nonfiction, which means that there are going to be heavier reads. And so I do have to figure out, I do usually have some palate cleansers, cozy mysteries, romances, lighter things like this is definitely a good one to put in between. This one as well, a mystery. there's a lot of things that I can do in between. So I am thinking, and I haven't put it together yet, but I will do a video of what options for nonfiction November for me. I am thinking that I'm not going to just read all nonfiction for November. I'm like, I know a lot of people are, and I know some people aren't. I'm not going to allow challenges to dictate full throttle or deviate me from plans. I have some books I still want to read before the year's out. They may not fit into that category, and so I don't want to get diverted into that direction and then be regretting it as we approach the end of the year. So that said, I may only have 1 or 2 nonfiction books, but I may show you a couple of options that I have. I mean, that I have some. I got some great ones even for my birthday. So, and that also fulfills some of my other goals, is to read my birthday books before my next birthday. So, it seemed like it was just yesterday, but June was not just yesterday. So I need to do those things. So that's one of the things that I really want to try to work on this year, is really, participating in challenges to a degree, but also, following what my heart wants me to do with my books and my bookcases and things like that. So I'll come back with another video on that. What else is new? Nothing really. I'm just looking forward to the weekend. My husband has a job event tomorrow that we have to go to. So we'll be doing that tomorrow for at least a couple hours. So then I won't be able to read then. But I will hoping to sneak in some reading in the morning. And then on Sunday, somewhere in the morning again, before football comes on, because then football takes over. So that's the deal. Other than that, I'm doing okay. I am just trying to, get into the groove of, I'm not doing any cleanses right now or anything, but just trying to be mindful of my eating because, we're fast approaching the holidays. And that, you see, is my pitfall. Like, the holidays seem to be like, I don't know. I think it's like everybody. You just snack more. There's more options to snack, and it's colder. So I am trying to be prepared this year because I think if I continue on the path that I've been going for the past few months, that I may enter that season a lot larger than I am now. So I am trying to be more mindful of my eating and drinking more water, which is always, it's more challenging as it gets colder. It's easier for me when it's hot. I can drink water easily. So that's all. I don't want to, I'm babbling. And here I go. You guys can stop the video right now because there's nothing I'm going to say from this point to the end that you're going to miss. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I can't remember what I called these talks, but I'm going to go look back and I'm going to name it that for this because I'm going to start doing some in the car again because I do have pickup now. So I can do some reviews and wrapped ups and whatever as long as I bring them. I had to lug these 3 books with me today, but it's okay. It's all good. Have a great weekend and I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Let me know what you're reading.